I thought I would do a reading for this eclipse that starts tomorrow. There's a full moon eclipse tomorrow. It's not in the United States. It happens during the daytime, like lunchtime tomorrow. And then there's a solar eclipse on the 21st. So we're in eclipse season. We're in the portal between eclipses for the next 2 weeks. So what do we need to know? And I already pulled cards. This eclipse wants us to know that it is working with us, not against us. So anything that feels like something is falling apart is actually it trying to fall together. And the more that we can allow it to fall apart, the more together it can come. Trusting your intuition on that, trusting that you know what to do, and following your intuitive nudges as they arise, not trying to avoid and not trying to escape situations, but allowing them to unfold. The more that we can allow these eclipses to work with us, the more that we're going to set ourselves up for whatever it is that we were asking for. So whatever manifestations, whatever creations, whatever you've been working towards, this eclipse is trying to help you get it by letting go of whatever you don't need anymore in order to allow it to happen. We have this Six of Pentacles, which is all about receiving gifts and success. And we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about getting all of your earthly desires, having your earthly desires met. So allowing whatever needs to fall apart with this really pretty Tower card. Allowing whatever needs to fall apart to go. And then also going within. We have the Cave card. This is about going within and seeing your own shadows, not running away from them, not being afraid of them, but taking your light into your own cave and shining your light on it. And that means loving yourself through it. So whatever you did wrong, whatever you think you did wrong, whatever you wish that you hadn't done or wish that someone else hadn't done, forgive and love through all of it. Send love into it. You don't have to like it, but you do have to love it. Send your love into it in order to heal it. Holding the frequency of the memory of something that happened at the same time as holding the frequency of love literally for anything. It doesn't have to be. There are fireworks going off right now, so that's interesting. It doesn't have to be love about the situation, but just holding the frequency of love or of joy and happiness while you hold the memory of the thing that potentially you did or someone else did that you don't like will help to restabilize that frequency of the memory, just holding them at the same time. Imagine it like holding a tuning fork. So you have the memory of something you didn't prefer and the memory of love. That can be for your dog, it can be for the sunshine, it can be for the beach, it doesn't matter, for a plant. Hold that at the same exact time, and you're holding the frequency of love, and that's like a tuning fork for the frequency of unpreferred whatever. And so you're going to balance them out. So you're going to bring the incoherent into coherence by holding the frequency of love. And if you can do that throughout these next 2 weeks, like as many times as possible, just like any time that something frustrating or irritating or guilt or shame or anger about the past comes up, if you can just let it be there neutrally and bring up a memory of love at the same time, you will flatten those lines and they will collapse. And that will send your energy of manifestation, of creation that you have been wanting out into your field. So that's called a scalar collapse. And it's like going into the 0 point and reprogramming your system. What else do we need to check? Anything else? be it. No more cards want to come out. Okay. Anything from the moon specifically? If you can, celebrate what has already happened as if it was the best possible thing for you, as well as anything that's falling apart right now in these next 2 weeks. Celebrate it as if it's the best thing that could possibly be happening. I don't care if your house burns down in front of you. Just be like, oh my god, this must be the best thing that could have ever fucking happened for me. If you put that energy into it, you will get that outcome from it. But you have to put the energy into it in order to receive the right outcome. If you put the energy of, that wasn't supposed to happen, I don't want that, this is terrible. I'm making a video. So that's a perfect example. My daughter just interrupted me to ask me for something that she could have just waited 2 minutes to ask me for, and I had to stop the video and restart it, and now I have to edit it, and I could be really irritated about that. I am irritated about that. But if I can hold the energy of this was the best thing that could have happened, then I can create better from it. If I hold the energy of that shouldn't have happened, my video is ruined, I don't know, this is the first video that I've tried to make in I don't know how long, and why the fuck would you interrupt me? If I hold that energy, then I'm putting that energy into not only my video, I'm putting it into my relationship, I'm putting it into my life, and what I want to be doing, especially during these 2 weeks, but all the time, is assuming and claiming that whatever happened is the best thing that could have happened. It's always happening for me, especially if it's something that's bringing up a fire within you. So it's triggering you in some way. If it's triggering you, then it is allowing you to see something that you need to release, that you're ready to release, that you can be ready to release if you'll pay attention to it. So seeing that you get triggered by something, and then, you know, you can go into the trigger and do whatever work that you do around that, your inner child work, or breathing work, or you know, just go for a fucking swim, or walk your dog, literally moving the energy out of your body. Just allow it to release. Or you can do the memory frequency thing, so holding the two, what's happening now that you're irritated about or really pissed off about, and a memory of something really good. And so you're tuning the two so that the frequency can collapse into the frequency that you prefer, not stay destabilized in a frequency that's incoherent, which creates a ripple of incoherence in your life and in your field. Including lineage stuff, so family stuff, hereditary things, ancestral things, including any of that like really old baggage, even if you've been working on it for years and you're just fucking sick of it. Hold the frequency of love, of excitement, of anything good happening in your life, completely unrelated, with those fields of experience and incoherence throughout your lineage, and you can collapse an entire timeline field of, I want to say, negativity of whatever sort by doing that. And you can like layer memories. So if you have, you can do this in two ways. On one hand, you can layer the negative, so you can go through your childhood and remember, let's just say 5 experiences that you had that were unpreferred, negative in some way, shaped you in some way, traumatic in some way. You just pull them up as if you've got them in front of you like cards. So these are your memories. You can see them in front of you as little screenshots, and then you can layer in frequencies of the best moments in your life. So, like, I found the 39 four-leaf clovers one day. That's my go-to excited frequency, and I pull that up when I want to collapse a scalar moment in my field of negative energy. Getting money from somewhere that's unexpected, meeting someone that you love, laughing with a best friend, holding your baby, anything that makes you feel incredibly good. You can, so you pull up the 5 negative and maybe you have 5 really positive ones, and you just hold them in the same field, and you can collapse an entire timeline of I'm just going to say negative energies, but it's like they have nodes, so they connect like actual dots, like connecting the dots throughout your life. So those nodes connect to each other, and as long as we hold any negative thoughts about them, or anger and frustration, sadness for traumatic events, we're holding them in our field. And if we can pull them up neutrally and then hold love with them, we can allow the field to vibrate and find the right frequency that it collapses them. And then you'll notice as you do this, and it may take practice on some things, that they stop coming up, or when they do come up, you're not activated by them. And that's how you'll really notice that the work is done, because something will bring it up and you'll just be like, oh, I don't care. It will just be a passing thought, just like, I don't know, towels in your washing machine. Like, you're just dealing with them, putting them in the dryer, but you're not actually stressed out about it. That's how you'll know that you've collapsed that field. Relax into your own knowing that you're capable of doing these things. If you can also pull in trust into this moment, you can do this really simply. My favorite way is to do it by feeling where my body is sitting and knowing that I trust the seat that I'm sitting in. So sometimes we have trouble trusting people, places, things, but if you're already seated or you're even standing, you can trust that you're being held. So that frequency of trust gets activated by just noticing that you're sitting or being held by the earth, or a chair, or a couch, or whatever it is. And that brings the frequency of trust into your field. And if you're feeling like you're doubting that this is possible or that it's going to work, you can just relax into trust by relaxing into the seat beneath you, or being aware of the seat beneath you, because your field will automatically go, oh, I trust that I'm being held by my chair. Okay, I think that's it.